Wanted Dead feels like a game that has been developed for the PlayStation 3 and got forgotten to be released. Developed by Soleil Studios, which has some of the Ninja Gaiden and Dead or Alive developers, I was really giving this game a fair chance and could even find genuine appreciation for it. The first cutscene of Wanted Dead gives you various glimpses of events that led to the rise of Taoist synthetics and its creation of synthetic beings. Fast forward to the present, the game starts with the introduction of main character Hannah Stone. Hannah, who lost her memories, is serving life in prison and got offered to join the elite Hong Kong police unit called Zombie Unit. The Zombie Unit is a crew of former prisoners that does a dirty job for the police and gets rid of Hong Kong's underworld criminals. Before you know it, the Zombie Unit is in the middle of a corporate conspiracy and getting attacked by gang members, mercenaries, ninjas and tanks, which are led by an augmented Nazi Willem Dafoe bootleg. Hannah is armed with an assault rifle, handgun and katana. A secondary weapon can be picked up from dead enemies. That can be an SMG or grenade launcher, for example.
Oh my god, I killed myself.
You can use your rifle like any traditional third-person shooter and fire from cover. The handgun serves more as a self-defense mechanism, since you stun or parry enemy attacks with it. It also helps to keep your distance during melee combat. The katana obviously to attack enemies close combat. Combining the handgun with the katana allows you to perform certain combos. After various attacks, you can kill stunned enemies with a fancy finisher. It's important to know when to go gun blazing and when slicing and dicing. A bad combination will bring you out of ammo and health quickly, since enemies might be brain dead.
The fuck?
But that doesn't mean that they are no threat. In fact, one small mistake will get you in trouble since enemy attacks packs a punch. Hannah is able to learn more abilities as you progress in the game. You can learn new fierce counterattacks, better parries or abilities for your teammates. Cortez, for example, will hold an enemy in a sleeper hold, which you can finish off instantly. Reaching the next checkpoint in a level unlocks also new weapon attachments that boost some of the gun's attributes. After each mission, the zombie unit will hang out together, which lets you play a certain minigame. I guess the best way to end the day after mass murdering augmented construction workers in the park is to go to a karaoke bar and sing 99 Luftballons. Before jumping into the next mission, you can explore the police HQ and talk to NPCs and play more minigames. You'll find around the station also background infos about the characters. It's definitely a nice touch in between after the non-stop action levels. Unfortunately, the game has some issues, from outdated graphics, clunky movement, broken cover and weird parry system, weird hitbox and uninspiring and annoying boss fights. The voice acting is bad and gets worse during combat, since you're going to hear the same enemy screams and cocky lines non-stop.
Is that all you got? Is that all you got for your life? What are you doing? What's wrong? He's crazy. He's crazy. This motherfucker right here.
Combat gets repetitive very fast due to lack of moves and brain-dead enemies. My problem with the parry system is that it's kinda off, since Hannah will not focus on one enemy, which results most of the time standing with the sword in a different direction, which makes you get hit unnecessary. A lot of people complain about the difficulty spikes, and I will agree. The problem is that the last third of the game, the checkpoints has been put so far from each other, which led to frustrating moments. You play 45 minutes through the level just to repeat the entire thing because you got killed from a glitch.
I can't move. What the heck? Oh.
Or other random cheese that the game throws at you. Also, there are for whatever reason some enemies that are way harder to beat than most of the boss fights. I mean seriously, I cheesed this fight against those two ninjas just to not repeat the entire section for the third time, which took me 1 hour. Then there are some boss fights like those two tanks that are easier than the levels before. Overall, the boss fights are more annoying than fun, to be honest. If you expect some sword-wielding showdown fights, then sorry to disappoint. Most boss fights were just bullet sponges. You will have only one sword fight at the end, which was not bad, but I wish there were more. If you're wondering why I haven't mentioned much about this story, it's because in general it's hard to follow what exactly is going on, since the characters are 80% of the cutscenes arguing over non-relevant stuff or dropping cheesy jokes.
Damn,
I woke up the morning after, and suddenly I have 4 balls. His dad goes, "Get out of there, son. You're being fucked."
The longest cutscene in the game is Hannah staring at her cafeteria food for a couple of minutes. Augmentation is a huge point in the game, but don't expect a deep and meaningful story like Blade Runner or Deus Ex. The ending left so many questions unanswered. Why were Hannah or the members of the zombie unit serving life in prison? Why has Hannah lost her memories? There are some nice animated cutscenes, but those doesn't give any answers either. If you want more infos about the members of the zombie unit or characters, you need to gather the little pieces of info which is around the police station. I have finished the game in hard mode and needed around 10 hours, which felt stretched out because of that checkpoint problem. I unlocked an even harder Japan difficulty setting, which is weird since the game is in Hong Kong. Unfortunately, you can't replay the New Game Plus in Japan mode, so you have to repeat the entire thing without your skills, which I'm not sure if I'm going to.
I cannot. Oh, why?
Still, considering all the issues, the game has a charm, and it's really hard to tell why. Maybe because I'm a fan of B-action movies and how good this game pretty much represents that. Also, there were some fun segments like the Chainsaw Massacre.
Damn. Why is the chainsaw kill censored but not that? It just doesn't make any sense.
My final rating for Wanted Dead is a 5 out of 10. If you like B-action movies, I might recommend, but after a huge price drop. Which I thank you for watching and see you.